J1407b, often called the Super Saturn. This exoplanet is located approximately 434 light years away and is famous for having the largest ring system ever discovered, and it's not even close. J1407b's ring system is over 200 times larger than the rings of Saturn. The rings span a diameter of roughly 120 million miles. That's larger than the distance between Earth and the Sun. There are over 30 individual rings in total, each one being tens of millions of miles wide, separated by distinct gaps between them. If J1407b were placed in our solar system where Saturn currently orbits, its rings would dominate our night sky. They would appear several times larger than the full moon and would be clearly visible during the day. The gaps between the rings suggest the presence of massive exomoons, some potentially the size of Mars or even larger, that are currently forming within the debris, but we don't really know. These moons are carving out gravitational lanes in the ring system, kind of like moon highways. What makes this planet even stranger is that it might not even be a planet at all. Some scientists believe it could be a brown dwarf, which is a failed star that never gained enough mass to ignite nuclear fusion. Either way, it's one of the most visually beautiful objects in the universe, and it's just also one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my life. And finally, we have the pulsar planets. These were the first exoplanets ever discovered, detected in 1992, orbiting a pulsar designated PRS B1257+12, located about 2,300 light years away in the constellation Virgo. A pulsar is the rapidly spinning core of a dead star. It's basically what remains after a supernova. Pulsars spin at thousands or even millions of rotations per second, emitting these beams of radiation from their magnetic poles. The three planets orbiting PSR B1257+12 are nicknamed Dragger, Poltergeist, Phobiter, I think it's Phobiter, all named after undead creatures from mythology. And the name fits because these planets theoretically shouldn't exist. When a star goes supernova, the explosion is so violent that it should vaporize anything in the surrounding area, including any planets that were previously in orbit. But these three worlds survived. Scientists believe they either formed from the debris after the supernova, essentially born from the ashes of their dead star, or they were somehow captured by the pulsar's gravity after the explosion. Either way, they are there, and the conditions on these planets are beyond hostile. They are constantly bathed in lethal doses of radiation, far more intense than anything found near a normal star. The radiation comes in the form of these